Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, double honor sent to the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the road, right? Now, I just got a comment from some guy named David Wilson. That's lucky. I think his name was David Milson in 144,000. It used to be. And I remember this guy from a long time ago. And he was down with GMS, following the doctrine of the elder apostles and the elders on down. And I think for some kind of reason he kind of switched, because now he's coming up with a new doctrine. So this is what he sent me, right? He sent me this on 24th April 24th, 2016, right? Now it says, this is what he sent me. Ashkenazi Jews descend from 350 people study finds. Okay, so he literally is going against the elders, their teachings, and he's going against the scriptures, because you cannot descend from 350 people. You can only descend from one person, according to the Bible, right? Now, the word Ashkenazi Jew is being thrown around left and right, but it actually doesn't exist, because to be an Ashkenazi Jew would mean you would have to be a Japhet and a Judite, and that's not possible. Because once you come from one, let's say you have you have an Ashkenazi. Wait, let me just get it, man. Okay. Now you got the scriptures, right? The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 3. Right? I start at 2. You know what? I start at 1. No. I start at 2. Okay, 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, and Ham. Of Noah. These are the generations of the sons of Noah. First comes Shem, then Ham, and then Japhet. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japhet were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Yavan, Tubal, Ameshech, and Teras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, right? And Ribhath and Togarma. So that shows you that Ashkenaz, which goes back to, not goes back to, but this is where it comes from. That's why they call themselves, for example, Israeli. They put the I in the back of it. Meanwhile, the word Israeli is not found in the scriptures. It is Israelites or Israelite. So, the word is Ashkenaz, and they put an Ashkenazi, just like Israeli, right? So he totally going off for believing these devils. So this is what I commented the next day. Oh, okay, 3 days after, 27. These are Edomites. They come from one people. Esau is lying. All people come from 3 people: Shem, Ham, and Japhet, and their wives. I actually didn't write, but then yeah. So he said the nation of Israel did not start 600 between like 600 800 years ago, right? We already know that, because if you look at the timeline, you can even see here King David's 33 years from of rulership, if I'm correct. Now it says in 1003 BC until 970 BC, which is so-called before Christ, right? BC, right? And here you can see all the timelines and stuff like that, right? Which I just got off Google. The rape of Tamar. Absalom recalls all that thing is documented, right? Okay. So going back. Now he says the description of the Ashkenazi Jews does not fit that of the children of Israel, as written in the Torah. I have said this before, and will say it again. The children of Israel resembled the sons of Ham, and were mistaken for them. Mizraim is Egypt, Cush is Ethiopia. Now, if Mizraim and Cush, the sons of Ham, are white as Europeans in appearance, then the history of Israel has to be rewritten. I really don't know what he's trying to do here, because this guy knows me for years. I think he used to be one of the GMS and followers. I have him even here as only an acquaintance, but he was following GMS, but now he comes with this. So I'm gonna just tackle this topic concerning that the word Ashkenazi Jews doesn't exist. The word Aryan doesn't exist. Like Aryan, they call themselves Aryan nation. These cave people, these Edom, look, they running away from their true heritage, which is Edomites, right? Now, all these kids, they're Japhites, all of them. Everybody that comes out of them, they're Japhites because they come out of Japhet. Everybody that comes out of these four, they're Hamites. Everybody that comes out of these, yeah, they're Hamites, because Cush, they're done everything, because they come out of Ham, right? And then going on over here. Now, here you have the sons of, Genesis chapter 36, verse 8, which is the sons of Edom. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir. See, he's the father of the Edomites, so that means it's only one man that is father of all these people. All of them come out of Edom. Okay. So you have people that say an Ashkenazi Jew descend from 350. That's impossible. Because you would have two men of two different nations, two lineage, and that's impossible. Because according to the scripture, you are what your father is. It could, if for example, if she was just an example, man. If she was a Japhite, right? And he was an Israelite, right? I don't even want to use these two mother busters, but just for example, you have a man that is a Judite, right? We'll put him here, okay? You have a female that is a Ashkenazi and Ashkenaz. What's it? Ashkenaz and Japhet, the Japhetic female, right? And then you have a Judite man, right? A Judite man. If they come together and make children, that child is going to be a Judite. It cannot be an Ashkenazi Judite. It doesn't work that way. Your mother might be Ashkenazi from the Japhetic line, but those are the Indo-Europeans, by the way. I'll get to that in a couple of minutes, but let me just check this out, right? No, it says in Genesis chapter 36, verse I start at 12, right? Now, this is Edom, of course. I'm just jumping around. And you could read it for yourself, by the way. Now, let me just read this. Verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare Eliphaz, Amalek, right? These were the sons of Adu, or Adah, Esau's wife, right? And then you have verse 16, Duk Korah and Duk Gatma and Duk Amalek. These are the dukes that come of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. So Amalek is the one that is calling himself right now the Jews. They are calling themselves the Ashkenazi Jews. Because if you go over here, here. Okay, check this out. Now you have a bloodline, which is of men, right? The nation of Japhet, right? I just read these names, by the way, in the book of Genesis chapter 10, which are these names. I didn't read them all, but you know what I'm talking about. I showed them. That's what I mean. I stopped here, by the way. Ashkenaz, right? With all them names. Ashkenaz here. Okay, now check this out. Now this is what it is. Japhet, the father of all the Indo-European peoples. That's true, because if you had the oh man, you had a wait. This is how it looked, right? Okay, that oh man, it's beautiful. That's what I was actually looking for. Now you had Ham. They have Africa. They got Africa. Then you have Shem. They got the Middle East. And then you have Japhet. He has Europe. And then you can see Magog, Rush, Tubal, Meshech and Tubal, Gomer, Torah, Gama, Ashkenaz. Right? And here you can see the other names from Shemites. And here you can see the Hamites. Right? And Togarma, Meshech and Tubal, Rosh. And you can find them here too. Togarma, where's Meshech and Tubal? Madai also. Yeah, look at me here. Meshach. If you check the bloodline, it's there, man. I'm not gonna try and find it right now because it's somewhere. It's in the scriptures. Believe me. You can Google it. By the way, I don't want. Oh, look at it here, Togarma. Meshach and Togarma. No, I'm looking for Tubal. Right? No, wait a minute. Mm, wait, let me slow down before I confuse myself. Right, Togarma, Tubal. No, not that one. Not Tubal Cain. Um, I can't believe it. Really, I'm so messed up. It's as if I'm messed up. Slacky about that, man. I wasted like what, a minute. Oh man, shit. It's just time is at 23:23. Salakia about that, man. So let me just speed it up, Salakia. Right. So here went Ham, here is Shem, and here's Japhet. So going back to over here, now it says this: Japhet, the father of all Indo-European peoples. It would be surprising indeed if his name had gone unremembered among them. As it is, we found that the early Greeks worshipped him as Iapetos. Yeah, if you listen to the name Iapetos, it sounds like Japhetos, because this is the letter that we pronounce as Ye in the Dutch, and Iapetos sounds very much like Japhet, because we don't say Japhet, we say Japhet, right, in the Dutch, right? And Gomer, we say Homer. You know, the G is a G, right? Okay, so, or Iapetus, right? Whom they regard as the son of heaven and earth. the father of many nations. Yeah, well, out of him came all these sons, and of course they had sons and stuff like that. So, going on. Likewise, in the ancient Sanskrit or Sanskrit, which is some kind of coolie shit, Vedas, yeah, East Indian shit, Vedas of India, he's remembered as Prajapati. Prajapati. Okay, so they show you that they're the forefathers of the Japhetic people, right? And this is all about showing you that there are Ashkenazi Jews doesn't exist, and the Aryans also. The way I'll get to that. Right. The Son and ostensible Lord of creation. Okay, that's a bunch of bullshit, but going on. This is their God. They're Abraham. Let me put it down like that. As time went by, his name was further corrupted, being assimilated into Roman pantheon as Jupiter, and eventually Jupiter of Jupiter, right? Japhet and then Jupiter. See, Apple 611. None of those names are Greek because these Indo-Europeans, they were the original Greeks. They were the original Europeans. Esau came in at land and then stole their name, and then started to call themselves Greeks, just like what he did with America and Australia. They call them even South Africa. Did you know that they call themselves South Africans, man? It's funny. It's fucking funny. If they was to take over China, they would call themselves Chinese too, man. None of these names are Greek, Indian, or Latin origin, but are merely corruptions of the original name of Japhet. Both the early Irish Celts and the early Britons trace the descendants of their royal houses from Japhet. Okay, that's bullshit. Because the original Irish were Jacob descendants, and the original British people were Jacob descendants. So you gotta learn how to take the bones out of their nonsense, right? As did also early Saxons, which is Isaac's sons, and Anglo-Saxons means angelic Isaac's sons. So that's bogus. Who corrupted his name to Chef, pronounced Chef, whatever. So, and this part, now check this out. Ashkenaz. The descendants of Ashkenaz first settled in what is today Armenia. Well, they was in that region, yes. They was here. They was in Europe, man. Like top of Europe and stuff like that. So the Middle East was actually Shem. But they kind of have it. Wait. Check this out, right? Shit, I gotta zoom out or something. Okay, Armenia. That's kind of where how you call them? Well, it is actually where how you call them? Oh my goodness, did I just forget his name? Japhet, man. What the? That's actually where Japhet was. Yes, beside Turkey and stuff like that. Just Europe. Europe was made for an Japhet, right? Around there. So you could say that's accurate. Okay, so going on. Yeah, so it said, okay, Armenia. Although in later Jewish writings he was associated with his father Gomer, which is his father, with the Germanic races. Now, hence Germanic Jews are still known as Ashkenazim. Check this out. Now, you had this, right? You had Jake living in Germany because we have the book Nature Knows No Color Line. We have those things, those artifacts and stuff like that, right? But then these fake Jews came up in that land, and Esau. the Amalekites, and then they started to take on the name Ashkenazi Jews. So the whole Ashkenazi thing doesn't exist, man. It does exist, but it is a Japhetic nation. If you call yourself an Ashkenaz, then actually you're calling yourself by your biblical name, which is translated in the English, of course. But then you go back to Japhet. Japhet, you know? So yeah. And then you have Esau, his generation, right? And Esau, his generation, Esau, his name is changed to Edom, the father of the Edomites. And then you have all his children, right? And then you have, he had 5 dukes, by the way. I think it was 5 sons or something like that. 5 dukes, right? And then his grandson, if I'm correct, was Amalek. Yeah, it was his grandson. Yeah. Yeah. Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. So Eliphaz was Esau's son, and she bare Amalek. So yeah, Amalek is the grandson of Edom, and Esau. These people that call themselves so-called Caucasians, they're actually, look. Now this is a interview from a guy named Marion Knox, right? You can Google him. You know, he talks a lot about these type of things, what they do in the Illuminati, like shit like sodomy and monarch, stuff like that. He talks about, right? He asks questions and stuff like that, like how did you get into counseling survivors of SRA, which is short for satanic ritual abuse and mind control. And in that satanic ritual abuse, you have a lot of rape. That's why that movie is coming out right now, and he has 71 different personalities. I don't know what the movie's name. Oh, Split. This is a case. Oh, 23. But there was somebody with 71. But that was a reality one. Because I saw a documentary of a guy that had multiple personalities, and he was snatching up little kids. And he said he knows someone that had 71 different personalities. So that person got raped the fuck out of their mind. It's like unimaginable. But yeah, in that movie, you can see that he has a multiple personalities. Well, that's the side effects of that satanic ritual rape, abuse, whatever. Okay, going on. Check this out. Now Esau, this is what he was interviewing a Rothschild, by the way, the master plan of the illuminated Rothschilds, right? So he was interviewing them. It says deprogrammer interview with Marion Knoxon. Now the deprogrammer is wait, it says this. In the house of the strong man, sodomy is the key, by Elena Freeland, Jane Freed. Okay. Let me see. He's a former gospel singer. You know. For several years, he has been helping set people free from the effects of ritual abuse and mind control. So that's the type of things he was doing. And he was interviewing in Marion Knox. Ron Patton, by the way. He's interviewing Marion Knox. Now check this out. Can you be more specific as to the role the Rothschilds play into all of this? Okay, let me just read from here because I really don't want to make it too long. Now it says on one level, the Rothschilds secretly call themselves the House of David from the tribe of Judah. Now, Rothschild translate from the German into the, wait a minute. From German to English means red shield, right? During biblical times, the Edomites' fortress was the red rocks of Petra. Yeah. And also the word Edom means red. Edom means red. Okay, it says the name Edom in the Hebrew Bible, the word Edom means red, because that's what he is. Okay, he was red all over when he was born, like a hairy garment, just like a hairy garment. Now it says Esau, the twin brother. Let me get the drink. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, was described as red and hairy. Later on, he became hairy. Yes, that's in Genesis chapter 30. I think it's 27. Yeah, it's 27. Yeah, definitely. My nose is open again. Yeah, it's like it. Yeah, so kind of open. But then let me go on. Now it says, so this information fits perfectly with what survivors have been telling me, right? That on a deeper level, the Rothschilds are also claiming to be the descendants of Esau and thus are really from the house or tribe of Esau. No, they're from the house of Esau, man. They're from the tribe of Amalek. Because Amalek is the boss right now, right? Now he says this. Now this is the Edomite, right? He himself is an Edomite too. What they are trying to do is get the birthright back from the house of Jacob, who are the real Jews. However, the book of Obadiah talks about the destruction of the Edomites in the last days. You know? So this leads us to another interesting point. In Revelation 3 verse 9, it says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. Yeah, I had to read it quick, but then I asked the question, who is the synagogue of Satan? The only logical conclusion I can come up with is the Illuminati Rothschild. So they're actually Edomites, right? These people that call themselves Jews. They call themselves Jews. They call themselves Ashkenazi Jews, Zionist Jews, but actually they're just the house of Esau, man. Okay, that's what they are. Now, going back to over here, I'm going to pull some scriptures. I got everything lined up. Because I'm already talking like 27 minutes. Didn't even notice. Kind of was looking for the word tubal there too. And a couple other things. But anyway, now it says, it seems identical. This is the Ron Patton asking. And this is Marion Knox answering. Now, I said, it seems identical to what the Nazis were doing in an attempt to create the Aryan race. Yeah, look, now check this out. Yes, but that was a smoke and screen because you had Nazis like Hitler and Mengele who did not have Aryan featurings because they want to associate Aryan now with having yellow hair and blue eyes, right? The way I see it is that the Nazi master race concept was a controlled experiment, and the knowledge was used for the real master race, which is alive and well today. Adolf Hitler, well, we're actually that, the nation of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites are the master race. But don't. Let me just go on. Adolf Hitler was more of a puppet for propaganda purpose. Whereas if Joseph Mengele was one of the chosen ones, a Rothschild bring forth the Antichrist. That's bullshit. Because if you read the book of First Peter chapter 4 or Second Peter's, I think it was First Peter chapter 4. It shows you that there are many antichrists, and that was since 2,000 years ago. So now there are millions upon millions of antichrists. Right? Like really anti-Yahushai, basically. Anti-Messiah. Anti-Yahushai, basically. Anti the Most High also. So going back to this guy, now, I hope I kind of cleared that up, because if you say Ashkenazi Jew, you're actually saying two different nations, which it's impossible. It's impossible for two men of two different nations to join one another. Even if a Judite would take a Ashkenazi woman, female, and get her pregnant, that child would be a Judite. And if an Ashkenazi male would get a Judite female pregnant, then that child would be an Ashkenazi Japhetic child. So it's impossible, right? So now he was saying something about the nation of Israel did not start 600 to 800 years ago. We already know that, my man. So, and I'm gonna show it right here. I showed this already, right? And then you have this, right? It's far older than that, by the way, because we know like around this time is around this time when Adam came up, right? Around 1611, 6,118 years ago, and this was counted in 2017. So you gotta put a 7 plus here, 6,118 plus 7, because it's 2017 right now, right? So as you can see, the bloodline only goes to men. These are all the names of men: Adam, Seth, Enoch, Canain, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch. By the way, I have it right here. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, right? Just here. No, here. No, wait. Here. Right? And it says, this is the Genesis chapter 5 and 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam in the day that the Most High Yahweh created man in the likeness of the power made he him, right? Now it says here on it goes from Seth. Wait, it goes from Adam to Seth, as you can see here too. Wait, it's the same. No. Here, Adam, Seth, Enoch, Canain. Adam, Seth, Enoch, Canain, or Kainan, Kainan, or Kainan, Kainan. Mahalalil, what? Mahalalil, or Mahalaliel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamach, Noah, and then Noah had those 3 sons, right? And it says it beautifully right here, just like that. And then it comes over here, and then it goes over here. So it states men, right? And then it comes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now Jacob lived 140 years, and he died around like 2000 BC. 1853 BC, something to that effect, right? Now, if you go to Google and you type in how old was Jacob before he died, then Google says 150. But that's not correct, because when you go over here, Genesis chapter 47, verse 28, it says, and Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 70 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. So it's 147 years. So Google went off. the homie Google went off, but then Ultron went off. So yeah, and around this time, 3500 BC, that's around the time that the Egyptian empire started, around that time, because these are round numbers. It's definitely not 3,500 exactly, like the day that it started. That's no. It's around that time, right? So around like 3 something, that's around the time of well, it says here 2 something, but then I'm not really gonna break my head with those type of things. So I'm not that good with numbers, so you gotta forgive me on that. And I'm really not that good with numbers. I'm not. But anyway, now it says I also want to show you that everything goes to the man, right? Here you have the family tree of Jacob, and it's all about the men. Now you do have Rebecca. Why? Because she has to be mentioned. But she just mentioned the women are just being mentioned to show you that the bloodline still goes through the man, and then the man makes his son, and then the son goes on like Jacob, and then he takes these four women, and then he makes these 12 children. With Leah, he had the most. With Rachel, he just didn't have any. But this was his favorite wife, by the way. But the Most High blessed her because she saw that he saw, hey, whoa, it's like he saw that she was hated, right? So it all goes to the men. Okay. Now Haran, Milcah was his wife, and wait, no, Milcah was his son. Sometimes I get confused. So Milcah is also a woman's name. You know, this was a woman. Yeah. Let me not dwell too much on that because I kind of remember that she was a woman, if I'm correct. It's in the book of Genesis and Genesis 11. If you read Genesis 11, then you're gonna find her. If I'm correct, if it's a woman, but that's not the point. The point is, the bloodline only goes to the man, and that's why this is not possible. The Ashkenazi Jew descend from 300. It's bullshit. Okay. So going on. Okay, where? Now you have also the word Aryan, like these Edomites. They calling themselves Aryan, right? Now the word Aryan is the word is Sanskrit means noble, and I read that, by the way, over here where it says the word in the ancient Sanskrit, right? It means noble, right? And I'm gonna get it too on the Wikipedia, which shows you that an Aryan is a term meaning noble, which was used as a self-designed by Indian or Iranian or Indo-Iranian people. And when it says Indo-Iranian people, it's talking about Elam and Japhet, because Elam and Japhet were the Medo-Persian Empire. That was Elam and Japhet. The Medes were the Japhetic people, and then Elam was the Persian people, right? And so now check this out. So this ties in with the scriptures, man. This what I just read, where it speaks about the Indo Aryan people from Iran, by the way. By the way, this word comes from Iran, right? I'll show you that over here. Now it says Persia. A brand of Aryans were mentioned in the Bible, right? Now it says Persia is a brand of Aryan stock listed in biblical timelines around 1454 BC, and at a later point ruled by King Cyrus, as mentioned in the book of Jeremiah. The king ruled the land with much wisdom and served the people as a great king should. In Ezra 1 verse 1 until verse 3, it was stated that Cyrus ordered the Most High Yahweh's people to build a temple for the Most High. Indeed, he was among the greatest rulers in the history of Persia. It is also worth noting that of all the other empires that reigned over Israelites, it was the Persians who allowed the return of the citizens of Judah's southern kingdom to their native land. This occurred 70 years after they lived in exile under the under the reign of the king. Right? No, it says the glory of Persia. I'm just gonna read this little thing quick, if I'm correct, right? Wait. Yeah. Check this out. The Aryans. I think it's supposed to say the. Now it says, based on biblical perspective, the people of Persia helped shape Bible history. For instance, they was just mentioning what you're talking about. They shaped it. These people were a part of the chain of several empires that became a part of history, such as the Egyptians during the period of Exodus. We was in slavery under the Egyptians, by the way. The Assyrians, who defeated the lost 10 tribes. The Babylonians, who gained control of Judah's southern kingdom. And the Persians, who allowed the return of the Israelites to Jerusalem. Yeah, and that is what happened. But don't think once we have you in slavery that we're gonna, take it easy on you. You're gonna suffer, right? Now they're calling them. Wait. During the 5th century BC, Darius the first formed the Aryan race upon declaring himself as a Persian. In fact, Herodotus mentioned that the Aryan race was often noted in history as Aryans. Based on history, the Aryans migrated from Iran and traveled to other parts of the world due to climate events such as the end of the Ice Age period. This bullshit, because I really personally don't even understand what the Ice Age means. I think it's something like the whole world froze over. What a joke. Once rainfall decreased and the land eventually dried up. Okay, that is what happened. Okay, that's why Israel is a desert right now, man. If you look at Israel, certain places it's a desert. I saw the video of HODC, or how we call them. It's like ACDC, that in a rock band. That's them. HODC, or the House of David, or whatever they call themselves. When they went over there, I saw a desert, man. No trees, nothing, just dust. Just dust and wind and brown sand and shit, and stuff. The inhabitants, who had an Aryan culture and language, decided to settle in Iran. Yeah, right? Aryan, of course, I googled it. Aryan is Aryans, And here you have like the swastika, right? Now Hitler, he took this sign and he took their God basically sign, and then he stuck it on himself. That's what these devils do. Because, for example, I'll show you. For example, you have breakdance, right? Who you see doing this shit now, man? What the? You see only Edomites. You don't. Hey, man, Google is like. Pfft. I'll show you only Edomites. This is what Jake used to do: stand in a circle and just watch brothers dance and stuff like that, man. They totally took our shit. That's what they do, man. Little cracker ass kids doing this shit too. You see no Jake whatsoever. You see a motherfucking Gucalini. I don't know what the fuck these kids are, but shit. You see a East Indian Elam, They throwing their hands up like Jake. Hey, look at this shit. Oh man, it's so fucked up, man. I'm telling you. Just looking at this, I'm laughing. Jazz. Modern day jazz bands. This is what you see now. Boom. They took it. It's gone. It's ninja vanished, man. I don't even have to put in rock and modern day rock bands. All I have to do is this shit. Did you know that we actually made this, man? Chuck Berry, player. We did this, man. This is where Elvis Presley got his shit from, man. The thing that he does with the leg, that's where Elvis Presley got it from, man. But he danced like he have a epileptic attack or something, He jumping on one foot and stuff like that. This brother, Chuck Berry. He even had muddy waters. You know, this was rock. This was beautiful music, man. And they stole that, man. They stole the songs, man. That's of him. I think they got that. What's that song called? Muddy Waters and Oh yeah, that's that song. Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone. If you hear that song, man. Hey, when I first heard this song, I thought it was so dope. I was like, whoa, some dope shit. Now I know why I liked it. Because I like that tune song. That shit. You know? I really like that. I was like, whoa, how the hell can I like these devils' music, man? I thought it was their music. Look at this shit, man. You see death and all this filthy Satanism shit. This is their soul, man. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, these devils. But let me keep it short. The thing is, they steal everything, right? And now they calling themselves Aryans, and they took this thing, the swastika or whatever, you know, and they made it theirs. Meanwhile, it's actually even used in Buddhism. And if you check the Buddhism thing, it actually also goes back to Japhet. Japhet has that Buddha thing too. Of course, Moabites have it too, you know. But Japhet has it too. They actually put it on their Buddha, as you can see over here. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah, so I don't have to show more. I'm almost rounded up. Now it says how Iran and how Iran and Aryan are connected, right? Now I'll go over here. Let me just read this and a little quick. Thinking about Iran, the bomb the other day, it struck me as a curious coincidence. For the second time in some of our lifetime, Jews are being threatened with mass destruction. What is this so bullshit? That's fake. That's why I'm saying you gotta take out the bones and stuff like that, you know, because they coming up with a lot of lies. But some of them things are true because you can link it up with the scriptures, you know. Now it says thinking about Iran and the bomb the other day, right? What newspapers readers doesn't. What? What newspaper reader doesn't? It struck me as a curious coincidence. Okay, I'm not gonna read that again. It says fake Jews are being threatened with mass destructions in the name of the same ancient Indo-European word. This is because Iran and Aryan are connected. The first ultimately derived from Old Persian Arya or Arya, a term designated the Indo-European speaking people of Persia, because this was the Medes and the Mede and the Persian Empire came together, right? And it's identical with Sanskrit Arya. Now I just showed you that the word Sanskrit goes back to the word noble. As you can see here, he put it here, but he has a lot of bullshit. So I'm not. That's what I'm saying. You got to take out the bones. You know, you got to take out the meat off of the bones and throw the bones out, because he says Aryans are the true fifth dimensional. What the? I'm already laughing. But one thing he did get good, and that's what caught my eye is this. And he shows you also it has something to do with Elam, Hindu and shit like that. So I know that, right? Is he? This one has a better answer, by the way. The Aryans are found in Mahabharata. Mahabharata, I don't know what it's a city, I think, in India. The Aryans were Slack about that. Yeah, the Aryans were the East Indian. What? Wait. The Aryans were the East Indians who settled in the Indus Valley, which is Pakistan. The dark-skinned Shemitic people. Yeah, these East Indians are in Shemitic. Elam is Shemitic. They come out of Shem. The word Aryan was the Semitic people modern Pakistan. So yeah, there you have it. You know, they just took the symbol because they like to take stuff from people, and that, like the Vikings, they took that too, because they're not the Vikings. We are. So yeah, I think I'm done. Um, if you want, you could just well, let me just read this. Right, it says um, Persia and is identical to Sacred Arya, which is an so-called sacred or noble. Yeah, that is the Indo-European speaking people of northern India. Since Old Persian and Sanskrit, which is the mother of such modern Indian languages as Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati or Marathi, and Bengali are closely related, having been the languages spoken in antiquity or something. Antiquity. I think it's old. It has something to do with old. See, antique. No. Yeah, the ancient past. Yeah. Especially the period of classical and other human civilization before the Middle Ages. Okay, cool. Man, the East. Let me just finish here. Aryan, on the other hand, is a modern European coinage that strongly. Okay, this goes into something else, kind of, that I don't need to explain the thing that I want to explain right now. So yeah, why did Hitler consider Aryans to be Aryans and Russians not? Because Hitler knew that the word Aryan comes from them coolies. They're the Aryans, or they called themselves Aryans. That's what it is. So I think I'm done because now it says to be with Japhet. It is well known that Japhet's name has been preserved in both branches of the Aryan family, which very early split into two major divisions and settled in Europe and India. You see? That's what it is. Because the Europe belonged to, oh, look at it at one time. Yeah, here. Europe belonged to Japhet. And here middle belonged to Jem. As you can see here, you see Elam, but Elam is kind of on Japhet land too. Here and then he took over here. That's why these coolies are called Asians too, because they are on the Asian. They're in the West and stuff like that, Asiatic area of the planet Earth. So these East Indians, these so-called dot heads, they're being called Asians too, right? The Greeks, for example, traced themselves back to Japhetos. So here they show you. Let me just read it again. The Greeks, for example, traced themselves back to Japhetos. Yeah, because if you look at this, if you look at the art from Pompeii, these were Japhetic people, right? Wait, let's go. Let me see. Erotic art, I don't want to see that. Erotic art in Pompeii and Herculaneum, something, has been both exhibited as art and censored as pornography. The Roman cities around the Bay of Naples were destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. So that's after the Lord Yahushua. But the point is, and I hope I don't see no nasty shit. But the point is, and they were dark-skinned people, brown. They were brown people, and they had a lot of filthy, fucked up sex acts, like here fucking a dog or a goat, and having threesomes and shit, like two men and one female. It's just fucking garbage, man. Just goddamn fucking Roman garbage bullshit. That's why they got themselves killed by the Heavenly Father. And as you can see, there was kind of brown and stuff like that, right? And they look like this, stuff like that. And there was worshiping Satan, by the way. As you can see, that goat-legged bastard is over here, which they call now Baphomet. You can clearly see here that this guy is brown. He's brown skin, and they smashed his face. Everything is intact, even the ram's head. Why the fuck is his face not intact? He probably would not look so-called Caucasian at all. This does not look like no fucking white boy, man. But then it's like spiced up or whatever. This the original, but yeah, I think I'm kind of done. So that was it. Didn't really. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Now check this out. Because the earth was made in 7 days, right? It says here, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Genesis 1:31. And the powers saw everything that he had made, the Most High, through the angels. Let me just read what it says. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Genesis 2:1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day the Most High ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. Exodus 20:11. For in 6 days the Most High Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Whereover the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So yeah, the earth was made in 7 days. So when you see something like this, for example, then you can kind of calculate that the earth is between 13,000 and 14,000 years old. That's around the time that the earth is old, because it took 7,000 years to make it, right? Something like that. No. It did take 6,000. It's like it took 6,000 years to make the earth, and then 1,000 year rest, which is 7,000, and from there on, then we count until zero, until like 6,000, something like that, Creation was about about this time, 4,000 something BC. But like I said, I'm not going too deep in that, but I'll just leave it at that, and then I'll do this for the last one, which is to show that the bloodline only goes to men. So there's no such thing as Ashkenazi Jew. There's no such thing as an Aryan Edomites or Aryan white supremacists or whatever they call themselves, Aryan Caucasians. No, you are all Edomites. Okay, you have from Adam going to Noah or Nacha or Naka, whatever you want, or Abraham. So it went from Adam to Nacha to Abraham to Malak Dawad and then it went from Malak Dawad on his other son's side, like on his son's side, Solomon. Went to Rehoboam, all these names, dun 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 dun, dun Har, and from there we went here, Manasseh, dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, it was not Manasseh from the 12. It was way after that. We just named each other. We just named our people the same names often, and it went on. It went on, and then it came out Joseph. So Joseph came from King Solomon, right? And then you have here the other son of the Malak Dawad, which is King David, from Nathan, then Judah, Simeon, Er, I'm just reading real quick. Bab, Eli, and then Mary. And then Joseph and Mary had a child, and his name was Shahawashai. Hamashayach. 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 Or Hamashayach. It's Hamashayach, actually. Hamashayach. So, Yahushai, Hamashayach. So that's it. And the point is that they're all men. So that's the reason why I pulled this up, is also because it's being taught here that the Ashkenazi Jew thing is impossible, because this is a Japhet and this is a Judite. The word Jew comes from Judah, and the word Ashkenazi comes from Japhet. This is an Hebrew Israelite. This is a Japhetic Ashkenaz. Japhetic Gomerite, whatever they call themselves or were called. So yeah, so there you have it. I don't know what this guy's trying to do by sending me this, because he came back, like, this was April 2016, April 27, 2016, and he came at me 23 January 2017 with a reply. So it took him almost a year to reply. I don't know, maybe it got lost in the thing, maybe he was offline, I don't know. But I hope he wasn't trying to trick me by making me think that, yeah, look, I don't know what the hell what he was doing, but I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to bring this out, let the people not get confused with this Aryan nonsense and this Ashkenazi Jew nonsense. The thing is, the thing is this. Yeah, I gotta go to the toilet. The thing is, it's not real, man. They're Edomites, and the ones that call themselves Jews are most likely Amalekites, man. They are not no Aryan people. They are not no Jews. They're not Jews. They're not Aryan. They're not Ashkenazi. They're Edomites. That's what it is. They are. That's what they are. They're running away from that name. And here you can see in the book of Matthew, chapter 1, that the bloodline goes to the men. Of course, you're going to see a woman, but she's going to be used by a man. That's where the bloodline, the seed line goes to, the gene line, the sperm line, the seed line. So, and the Heavenly Father said, "In thy seed thou be blessed." You could play stupid and be like, well, it does say that, what's her name? It does say in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 15, it does say this, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So now you think like, oh, the woman has seed. Okay. If you want to subscribe to that sister polite bullshit that women have seed, you're gonna make me laugh, and I'm kind of sleepy, so you're gonna wake me up if you really believe that, which is funny, because a woman doesn't have seed. that what she teaching? But then yeah, so yeah, with that, he says his wife has seed and stuff like that, but he still impregnates her. hmm Yeah, only an idiot would believe that. That's not talking about that, man. That's talking about the seed of the man, the child, that, like the nation that came out of her, which is implanted in her by a man. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Gotta go. Yes. Oh, so like it. Shalom.